Hey guys, it's your girl Fiona, and in this video I want to really talk to you guys and give you guys my experience of being a mom of 4, about to be 5. I am 22 weeks pregnant currently. It's the baby bump. Ooh. And yeah, so I want to talk about my experience with labor and delivery, or just like being pregnant overall, and what's different and what I experienced differently in my pregnancies. So, and what I also expect for this upcoming baby, and what I want to do, like, you know, when it comes to labor and delivery and my steps and what I should have did differently and what I've learned. And you know, so we're gonna start off first. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think of this video. And yeah, so let's get into it. So my first pregnancy, I was 19 years old when I got pregnant with my older daughter. She's 7 years old now, about to be 8. And I literally, like, for the first time ever being pregnant, that pregnancy was kind of a crazy pregnancy. Like, besides everything that I've been through within my pregnancy, I just feel like with her, it was, and it's crazy because you know how some people be like, oh, when we're pregnant and we have babies and we give birth, we don't really remember. I really don't remember. Like, I seriously do not remember anything. So what I do remember was basically like just the sickness, the morning sickness. And I was also homeless when I was pregnant with her. I was living house to house. Yeah. And that experience was just like not it. Like 19, working, and still like pregnant, and it's going from house to house, friend's house to friend's house, like trying to ask people to stay with them. Like, that was just like not it. Like, I feel like now looking back, it's like I came a long way with her. Like, I literally, yeah, came a long way. But we're gonna leave that story for another video. So I had her literally at 30, like around, all right, so let's backtrack. Around at least 30 weeks, I was laying in bed. I was at a friend house, and I was laying in bed, and I just started like leaking, like, and I'm like, what is this? So I went to the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, I seen a sticky substance. Sorry, I know that's probably like TMI, but I've seen something that was really unusual. So what I did was like, okay, I think it's time to go to the hospital. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be seeing stuff like this. So I actually laid back down. I was texting my friend. I'm like, I think that I'm going into labor. I'm not sure, but like, I think that either I'm peeing on myself or I'm just like, literally my water broke. That's like, I was just like so confused. First time mom, not really knowing what to do. Nobody was around. So I'm like, okay, I lay down. I'm watching, I think, and I remember I was watching House of Wax. I cannot forget this day. I was watching House of Wax, my favorite movie, the day that my water was leaking. And yeah, so I lay down and I'm like, why is the bed wet? Like, am I peeing on myself right now? Like, is this possible? Like, I'm up and I know if I have to go to the bathroom or not. So I'm just laying there and I'm like, yeah, let me get dressed. So I hop on the train, and I was all the way in Far Rockaway. I was literally like on the last stop, well, close to the last stop on the A train. If y'all know, y'all know. But yeah, so I got dressed. I was feeling so sick that day. Like, I had to get off or stop to throw up. Literally throw up. Like, I had to get off the train, and it was just the worst because the train was so packed and it was outside. I had to wait. I'm like, this is too much. So get outside, I throw up. I went on the next train and I went to Methodist Hospital. That's in Brooklyn. And when I went to the clinic. Like I was asking them, like, you know, think I'm leaking. I'm not sure. So they did an ultrasound. They see me. They did an ultrasound, and she was like, you have a lot of fluid. You know, the baby's moving. Baby's fine. You have a lot of fluid. I don't see anything unusual. I'm like, she's like, you could be peeing on yourself. You know, people pee on themselves. And I'm like, that's not pee. Like, I constantly kept leaking. That's not urine. I know the difference between urine, and that wasn't it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So they tried to send me home. I'm like, something is not right. Something is not sitting right with me. So what I did was went right across the street to the hospital, had them check me, and I'm like, I think my water broke. So they did a test, and they was like, oh, your water broke. I was like, exactly. I'm so happy that I did not leave and went home and did whatever, like a normal, nothing happened, and I would have gotten an infection, and then I would have caused the baby, like, you know, like, yeah. So after that, they kept me in the hospital for like a whole, like, days went by. And on the 4th day, they tried to keep me until I was at least 37 weeks, at least till the baby was like, you know, her lungs. So they gave me steroid shots for her lungs. And, like, you know, they was just like, we're just gonna wait. So I kept contracting little by little. It wasn't nothing like severe. So one day, I probably like the 4th day, maybe, I was like, I think 32 weeks in a few days, and they had pressed down on my stomach, and I was like, that hurts, like, I'm in pain. So like, okay, yeah, we have to induce you, we have to get this baby out, because my water was already leaking. And then they was giving me antibiotics and all of these medications to prevent an infection and, you know, for the baby. So, yeah, I went into labor. They induced me. I had my cousin and her girlfriend come, and had my cousin and her girlfriend come, and they was keeping me, you know, company and comforting me. They gave me a pill to start my contractions, like, well, actually to like soften up the cervix. And after that, I started contracting, and it was painful. I used music to try to like distract me from the contractions, but nothing was stopping. Like, I was like, yeah, give me that epidural. Give me an epidural. So they gave me an epidural, and I was chilling until she came, and then, you know, called my mom. And the next day I called my mom, and I'm like, they about to give me because before we get into that, the baby, they were saying that the baby heart was dropping, and that scared me. I'm like, how? She was just fine. How? She was just fine. So they took with the monitors and everything. I called my mom crying. Mom, they about to give me a C-section. I'm scared. And she's like, oh, I'm on my way. And I'm like, on your way? She's like, yeah, I'm almost at the hospital. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I didn't know you were here. Like, I didn't know you was coming. So when I got excited off of that, automatically they came back in. They was like, oh, baby's fine, baby heart rate is fine. She went back up, she got excited, I guess, or whatever, because I was like so excited because my mom, I was, you know, crying on the phone, was scared. They was about to get me set up for a C-section, and she was just doing better, and I got to push. Mom was there in time for me to be able to push. So and also she was a preemie, so she stayed in the hospital for at least a week or two until she at least to get, you know, gain pounds, like 4 pounds, 5 pounds, well, 5 pounds actually, because she was 3 pounds 4 ounces, and yeah, she was really tiny. So yeah, so that experience for my first pregnancy was a lot. Like, I stayed in the hospital with her every day until the nurse was like, look at me like, yeah, are you okay? Like, do we need to call social services? Like, do we need, like, do you need any type of like assistance? Like, because you know they didn't want me to bring the baby into a situation where it's like I have nowhere to go or we're unstable. So I was like, yeah, I have a friend to go home to, but I feel like, you know, I don't want her to be, she's a preemie. I don't want her to be in any type of situation where, you know, and it's far away from the hospital, and it was just too much. Like, it was just like, so we ended up going to a shelter, and from there on, we was in the shelter, and boom. So that was my first pregnancy experience, and I just feel like that pregnancy was just like, whoa. Like, looking back at it now, it was just like, that's nothing compared to all the pregnancies that I've had. So, second pregnancy, my beautiful, lovely girl, she's about to be 5 years old, and her smooth. Like, when I tell you smooth, I had sickness in the beginning. Don't get me wrong, I had like bad sickness. Didn't want to do nothing really, but with her, smooth, easy. Had her like in what, 3 pushes, full term baby. My third boy, which is my son, my first son, third baby, my baby boy, I had him at 36 weeks and 5 days. And my pregnancy with him, it was smooth as well. Like, I feel like the most pregnancy that I really went through the most with was my first. Like, I feel like with her, it was more like bumpy road. But with my son, it was perfect. I had no symptoms. I threw up a little bit, like in the beginning, but no symptoms. I was eating well, healthy, happy, and had him at 36 weeks and 5 days, literally after Thanksgiving. And I knew, I said, I feel like he's gonna come after Thanksgiving. And that boy made his entrance. He was like, listen, I want that turkey, I want that food, I want to eat good. Let me eat good first, and then I'll come. Like, that's really how it was. So now my fourth baby, which she just turned 1, that pregnancy, I was sick. Like, I was really sick with her. And I'm like, yeah, this is a girl. Automatically knew, yeah, this is a girl. That can't tell me nothing. I be knowing all my sex of my babies. Literally. Like, even with this one. Like, so I'm like, yeah, this is a girl. Because I will throw up with my girls. I can't keep nothing down, not even water, okay? Not even water. So it's like, but as casually, I got bigger, got better, like no complications, nothing. And she came at 37 weeks and 3 days. So I just feel like, you know, I had babies at 37 weeks. I feel like I don't even go to my full term. Like, I'll be surprised if this one comes full term, but I feel like I never make it to literally 38 weeks, 39 weeks, 40 weeks, or past due, nothing. Also, what I forgot to tell you guys real quick, I literally forgot that my last baby, labor and delivery was horrible, okay? When I tell you horrible, I had her at Woho Hospital. I never expected to have her at Woho Hospital. I was supposed to have her at Brooklyn Hospital, and unfortunately I did. And bad experience. One, I pushed on my side because that baby head was right there. Like, I was in pain, no epidural, straight natural, clearly. But I was on them, I ain't gonna lie, I told them to give me some meds because that pain is no joke. Like, no joke. I told them to give me, they gave me morphine, whatever it was. It would drug me up, put me to sleep. And I woke up to that baby head right there. Literally. Doctors had to rush in. One doctor and one nurse. I've never experienced one doctor and one nurse. And me holding my legs, for me to hold my legs, you are telling me to do that, and I'm in pain and I have to push, and my man was right there. Like, I'm holding him, screaming, like, literally, they're like, oh, don't scream, and I'm like, oh, it hurts, like, it hurts, like, That pain was no joke. I would never give birth there ever again. Like, literally, it's close to my house. I went in labor at 12 a.m. with my kids and by myself. So that was like horrible. And for me to experience that there, I would never do it again. Like, don't get me wrong, the aftercare was very amazing. They had very good doctors, well, nurses, and they treated me very well. But the experience overall, never again. But yeah, I feel like literally all my pregnancies, I had them around 37 weeks. And I just feel like with this pregnancy, now this baby, I was sick. Not like, I really feel like this pregnancy right here was it. Like, listen, calm down. Like, you're having them back to back. Calm down. Like, my body, yeah. So I just felt with this baby, I couldn't keep nothing down. I was so sick, throwing up. Couldn't, like, I was very, like, still moody, but very moody. Sleepy, literally. And I was sleepy, moody, and like, I just feel like I want to do a lot differently with this pregnancy. I've never got to do maternity shoots with none of my pregnancies. I never got to do, like, you know, anything. I only had like 2 baby showers, but this one I'm not having no baby shower, no, because I feel like that is another video, like literally another video. Story time. I have story time for days, okay, for days. So yeah, and I want this pregnancy to be different. I want to experience labor and delivery very differently, and I will be recording, definitely will be recording for this pregnancy on my pregnancy journey and labor and delivery vlog. And I didn't know. Like, literally me watching labor and delivery videos and watching knowledge of other people going through, like, you know, their pregnancies and stuff like that, that we can use oil, like olive oil or coconut oil. I think that's what it is. We use coconut oil to put down there for the baby to easily sip out. I'm like, I really wish that I really did that, but I know now this pregnancy definitely will be doing that. And also a birth plan. I've never had a birth plan with none of my babies, none of my pregnancies. Also, what I forgot to tell you guys real quick, I literally forgot that my last baby, labor and delivery was horrible, okay? When I tell you horrible, I had her at Woho Hospital. I never expected to have her at Woho Hospital. I was supposed to have her at Brooklyn Hospital, and unfortunately I did. And bad experience. One, I pushed on my side because that baby head was right there. Like, I was in pain, no epidural, straight natural, clearly. But I was on them, I ain't gonna lie, I told them to give me some meds because that pain is no joke. Like, no joke. I told them to give me, I guess they gave me morphine, whatever it was. It would drug me up, put me to sleep. And I woke up to that baby head right there. Literally. Doctors had to rush in. One doctor and one nurse. I've never experienced one doctor and one nurse. And me holding my legs, for me to hold my legs, you are telling me to do that, and I'm in pain and I have to push, and my man was right there. Like, I'm holding him, screaming, like, literally, they're like, oh, don't scream, and I'm like, oh, it hurts, like, it hurts. Like, that pain was no joke. I would never give birth there ever again. Like, literally, it's close to my house. I went in labor at 12 a.m. with my kids and by myself. So that was like horrible. And for me to experience that there, I would never do it again. Like, don't get me wrong, the aftercare was very amazing. They had very good doctors, well, nurses, and they treated me very well. But the experience overall, never again. But yeah, guys, so that's the end of my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more because I really will be dropping more videos on this current pregnancy and my labor and delivery vlog, which will be happening in April. So stay tuned for that, and just stay tuned for more content. Yeah, we're shooting for more content. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video.